Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Khairul Azman bin Jupri. My metric number is 285207. My topic is study of performance, ROE and its determinant on Tiong Logistic Berhad Company, which is divided into 5 chapters. Tiong Logistic Berhad Company started their business in Peninsular Malaysia in 1975. The company focused on micro distribution and consolidated freight. This company also is the largest company that supply of logistics service. The company grew to be which one of the business that provide complete logistics solution, which is warehousing, cold storage, crane service, and so on. The problem that occurs in this study, the company have a high risk that will be lead to poor financial condition and struggle to endure a financial crisis that will affect the capital of Tiong Logistic Berhad Company. From that, the company will drop in business operation and increase in expenses or loss in revenues. The objective for this research is to determine the influence of internal factor towards performance of the company. The second is to determine the influence of external factor towards performance of the company. And the lastly objective to determine the influence of internal and external factor towards performance of the Tiong Logistic Berhad Company. For the research question from this study is, the first one is what the relationship between internal factors and performance of the company, and the second one is what the relationship between external factor and performance of company, and the lastly, what is the relationship between internal and external factor towards performance of the Tiong Logistic Berhad Company. Okay, in chapter 2, we will talk about the literature review. The first one is performance. The performance for this study is measured by company profitability that calculate from the income and cost that generated by the company operation. The second one is corporate governance. To describe this term, the Cavendish Commit 1992 explained that corporate governance is the system through which firms are directed and managed. For liquidity risk, it refers to how fast a security or asset can be purchased or sold in market. And next is credit risk, means the possibility of financial loss if a counterparty or bank borrower fails to meet their commitments in line with the agreed upon condition. Meanwhile, the operational risk defined as possibility of suffering a loss, whether financial or otherwise, that caused by internal or external factor of the company. And the lastly is market risk. This risk is faced by company when there are market price variation in financial instrument. Okay, in chapter 3, we will talk about the methodology. The sample that I use for this study is Tiong Logistic Berhad Company, and the data I collect are from the company annual report from 2017 until 2021, or equal to 5 years. To make a regression, I'm use SPSS application that using ordinary least square, OLS, regression, and enter mode. In line with the title of the study, my study dependent variable is return on equity, or ROE, to measure the company performance, and its determinant or in the independent variable for internal variables such as corporate governance index, return on equity, average collection period, debt to income, and so on. And the independent variable for external variables such as gross domestic product, unemployment rate, and a few more. Okay, we move to chapter 4. Descriptive statistic table show that Tiong Logistic Berhad Company has an average ROE of 0.0959 or 9.59%, while the company standard deviation on ROE is 0.1357. It means small volatility in profit within 5 years. The mean data of ROA is 0.0843 or 8.43%, while the standard deviation is 0.1258 on ROA, was indicate that company forecasting small volatility in profit within 5 years. From the correlation table, we can view which data are most significant or not significant to ROE. The data that most significant or their p-value less than 0.052 ROE is ROA with p-value 0.000, average collection rate 0.024, operating margin 0.010, and the lastly is the interest rate 0.006, while the data with p-value greater than 0.10 or not significant to ROE is quick ratio 0.224, current ratio 0.225, and a few more. In model summary, we can see clearly from all of 3 tables on this slide, only model 3 are able to explain the ROE up to 99.7% because the adjusted R square in the model summary for internal and external variables show the highest value of 0.997. For ANOVA model, we can see that Only model 3 has significant value that p-value less than 0.1, that is 0.034. This means that the independent variables in this model, which is GDP, exchange rate, and ROA, are significantly influencing the dependent variable ROE. For model 1 and 2 has not a significant value to influencing the ROE because the p-value greater than 0.1. Next is coefficient. In the coefficient data, only table 3 has shown the most significant data to ROE with p-value less than 0.05, that is ROA with the p-value 0.01. Okay, now we will make a conclusion. The conclusion is, from all of the objective, only objective number 3 can be achieved because the result demonstrates that when taken as a whole, internal and external factor do affect Tiong Logistic Berhad performance or ROE. Return on asset has the most significant influence on Tiong Logistic Berhad annual profit and financial performance. This independent variable indicates the company should use its own asset in the right way to gain more profit and be more consistent in increasing their profitability. To increase the performance value of Tiong Logistic Berhad, it's also essential to reduce the debt to income value. It is because the better your debt to income ratio, the less of your income you must use to pay off debts. That's all from me. Thank you.